Not playing Best Ball DraftKings, you're missing out. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is the biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking $15 million in guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned for first and second place. If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger rosters so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone draft one, get one special. Your $20 entry fee scores a bonus ticket. Get in on the best ball action. Download DraftKings app. Use code Shannon. That's code Shannon. All customers who enter NFL Best Ball 15 Millionaire Contest to get a bonus ticket and get a shot at being crowned one of two millionaires. Only on DraftKings. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap, Olympic style edition. And this is the closing ceremony on the Olympics. And this is Ocho and I closing ceremony on the Olympics. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85. He's the route runner extraordinaire, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the legendary, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, from Samo JUCO to the Cincinnati Bengals. Y'all know him, Liberty City's own. Chad Ochocinco Johnson, please do us a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Remember, every podcast subscriber matters, and you matter because you've helped us grow thus far. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. I want to thank you again for your patience that you showed when we didn't have it in stock and you guys were still placing orders. So thank you very much again. We have it in stock. And if we don't have it in the city that's near you, feel free to order it. Make sure it comes right to your door. Please go follow my media company page on all platforms. That's Shay Media, and my clothing company. That's 84 with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. We have a very, very special interview later tonight with Nyjah Huston. But first, Ocho, this was the toughest test for our ladies in the 8 consecutive gold medals.
That was scared. Why was scared now?
On home soil, the U.S. survived a serious test by France, 67-66. Gabby Williams' heave at the buzzer was good, but he had stepped on the line, which meant it was a 2 and not a 3. And they hold on. The U.S. captures 61 consecutive Olympic wins, 8 consecutive gold medals. Diana Taurasi, 6 gold medals. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think any other athlete has that many gold medals. We saw Mijan Lopez, the great Greco-Roman super heavyweight. He has 5 consecutive, but 6 consecutive gold medals for DT. Congratulations. Sunday wins over France marked the 3rd time during the U.S. 61-game winning streak that the contest was decided by single digits. Wow. Only the 3rd time, Ocho. They beat France today by 1. They beat Russia in the semifinals in 2004 by 4. In 2021, they beat Nigeria by 9. Right. And then all the other stuff has been at least double digits. Ayyyyyy Wilson, MVP of the Olympics, averaged 18 points, which was 3rd overall. She led in rebounds at 10. She led at block shot. She led in double doubles. She showed why she's the best female basketball player, women's basketball player in all the land, and it's not even close. And today, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks. And when they absolutely had to have it, A-Dub stood up. Yeah. So congratulations, women. Job well done. And with that victory, the United States ties China for the most gold medals, but we blew them away with total medals. Yeah. So that's what I look at. I mean, all that stuff, I want the most.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
most definitely.
Would you, Ocho, would you rather have $2 billion in 10 or $1 billion in hundreds? Well, you got more hundreds than I got, but I got more money than you got.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So that's the way I look at it. And so, Ocho, I saw the medal count beforehand. This is what U.S. women's basketball coach Cheryl Reeve said. I saw the medal count beforehand, so I knew said U.S. women's basketball coach Cheryl Reeve, who said she thought to herself, that's why we need more pressure. The U.S. easily won the medal count, 126, but we had 40 golds, 42 silver, and 44 bronze. And if I'm not mistaken, track and field far exceeded every expectation. 34 total medals I don't think we we don't really disappoint in anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe you want to say Noah Lyles not winning the gold
in a two,
but Tobogo,
yeah, he ran well, man. He ran well. He ran the perfect race.
Leslie Tobogo, yes, he was on a mission. And China came in second in total medals. Ocho, they had 91 total to our 126. They had 40 gold, 27 silver, 24 bronze. And Japan was a distant third with 40 medals, 20 gold medals, and 45 medals overall. The last time the U.S. didn't sit atop the standings and the gold medals were at the Beijing Olympics, and we understand Beijing is in China, and you normally get sometimes anywhere between a 5 and a 15 medal bump when you're on home turf. So the Americans finished second to China in Beijing, 48-36. The U.S. has the most medals overall in the last consecutive Summer Olympics. 8. The last 8 Summer Olympics. The last time the Americans failed to sit atop the medal stand, as far as total medals, Ocho, was in Barcelona in 1992.
Woo! And listen, I know everybody watched the Olympics in its totality. There were some events I never really had the opportunity to watch before, and Peacock did one hell of a job. Peacock did one hell of a job being able to show multiple events. I was able to see some events. Obviously, I have never watched before. Obviously, the slalom kayaking. I was able to listen. I was able to see the breakdancing, and a few other events I had never had the opportunity to see before because there was no coverage. But they did one hell of a job showing event after event after event. Also, NBC, did a great job as well. But man, I enjoyed the Olympics in its totality, all the way across the board. Especially track, obviously track being one of my favorites, and it didn't fall short of expectations, and everyone showed up. It didn't disappoint at all. Everyone showed up.
I mean, you go ahead, Ocho.
No, you're right.
I was going to say you got world records and everything.
Yeah, most definitely. We showed up and showed out for the most part. We showed up and showed out.
Yeah. Said, we got a world record. We got a world record in the 400-meter hurdles, women's. We got a world record in the mixed relays. Kip Yegon set an Olympic record. Chip the guy. I mean, we got Olympic records in the women's Olympics. Got an American record for the women in the 4x4. Right. We got an Olympic record from the men's in the 4x4. Track and field, they did that thing. Messiah Russell, her first Olympics, and she gets the gold medal in the 100-meter hurdles. We get bronze, silver in the 200 meters. We get the gold. Quincy Hall gets the gold and finally we back on top of the platform. First time since 2008 with LaShawn Merritt. But prior to that, Ocho, we had gone from 84 all the way to 2008. Right. The American men had stood atop the podium in the 400 meters. From neighbors back in 84 and just run the gap. But Steve Lewis, I think Steve Lewis might have been like 19 or 20 when he actually won in Seoul. Right. And then you had Quincy, and then you had obviously Michael Johnson, and then you had Jeremy Warner, you had LaShawn Merritt, and then you had a little lull. We had a little lull. Yeah. We had a little lull. But I think we're back now. And so that was good to see us back on top of the platform. But I'm looking at this game, Ocho. I was watching this game. I was like, really?
Yeah, it was close.
But you see what happens? That 3-point shot, Ocho? Yeah. The Americans, got some great looks. Yeah. It wasn't like they didn't have great looks. They had great looks. Right. And the ball damn near down. But, like I used to tell the rim when I shot that thing, because my shot was pure, Ocho.
The ball don't lie.
I tell the rim all the time, Ocho. I say, if you don't like it, spit it out.
You can shoot.
Yeah, that's what I told the rim. If that thing, I wouldn't even count it. If it didn't hit just pure net. Right. I wouldn't even count it. I said, I don't even want it. Right. Wave it off. Wave it off. If it didn't hit pure net, I don't even want it. Okay.
Man.
But they had to dig for that one, Ocho. Yeah. They really had to dig down for this one. Gabby Williams, she was sensational for the
French team.
The French team. She had 19 points, keeping them close. She hit a rainbow three, a Steph Curry three. Yeah. She hit a Steph Curry three, Ocho. But she was playing. But in the second half, Ayyyyyy Wilson took it over. She did what you expect Ayyyyyy Wilson to do. Nafisha Collier, big rebounding on the glass. But it was the two guards, Kelsey Plum and Kalia
Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah, Kalia Cooper went because Jackie had fouled out. Jackie was,
was young.
It was our guards kind of struggled with this. Jackie Young played really well except the last game. But Chelsea Gray struggled. DT struggled. But Ionescu came in, gave him quality minutes. Khalil Cooper, Kelsey Plum was tremendous. Our guards played really, really well. But I'm not so sure we were thinking going in, those were the guards that we're going to be able to be counting on. But give the team credit. Man, Cheryl Reeves was about to be under some heavy criticism had she not won this game. You don't want to be the ones.
You don't want to be the one to lose. You don't want to be the one that to snap that streak of 60. At where it ends at 60 wins. You don't want to be that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's the longest team streak in Olympics history where you won 8 consecutive goals. So
that's crazy.
You didn't want to be the one. You didn't want to be the one to end that streak.
Oh, that's crazy.
So with that being said, they did what they needed to get done. They had to dig down, and they had to dig down. But I think a lot of these characters, I think Ayyyyyy will be back, Breonna Stewart will be back. I think some of these, obviously, DT is going to be long gone in 28. She won't be back. You have a little influx. I'm expecting Caitlin Clark. I'm expecting Angel Reese to be on this team in 2028.
Right.
But some of these guards will be back. I can see a situation where Kelsey Plum and Ionescu and Jackie Young and some of these BG. I don't know. I don't think BG is going to be around. BG's probably been in the league 13, 14 years. So BG probably be Brittany Griner or BG probably be long gone by then. But the world's coming, Ocho.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to catch up now.
Eventually it's going to happen, Ocho.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, Edwin Moses won 122 straight races. From what? I think he went from 76, 77 until 1988.
Yeah.
Carl Lewis had a 65 consecutive long jump record. It's going to come to an end, Ocho. It is.
Definitely.
It is what it is.
We don't want it to.
We don't want it to.
Nah, we don't.
Look at the UConn women. How many games did they win consecutive? All those national championships. It's going to come to an end.
Listen, the playing field evens at some point. The playing field evens at some point.
Yeah.
Just
when
is it gonna happen though?
Juju, Paige Beckers. We got some go-getters coming.
We're gonna be loaded now. We're gonna be loaded. Hey, Miss Gabby Williams, where does she play?
She's French. I think her dad's French or somebody in her family is French.
Yeah.
But didn't she go to Connecticut? Where she play?
Where she play right now?
She at the WNBA.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
she went to UConn, but I'm saying I think her dad, somebody got because like if your parents have national, it's like Mondo Duplantis.
Right.
He pole vaults for Sweden. But he was born here. He went to LSU,
right?
But a lot of times, a lot of foreign athletes, they go to school here, get great coaching here, and then go back and represent their country. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Her mother's French.
Okay.
Yeah, but I knew it was one of the parents, and so that's why she's able to compete. And a lot of times, Ocho, hell, I can't make I want to play in the Olympics. I ain't gonna be on the American team, but hell, I go play for my mother, France. My father got a passport or citizenship somewhere. Hell, I go Nigeria, Cameroon.
Right.
So I'm playing.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all don't want me to play with y'all. I'm gonna play for somebody.
Hey, and she showed out as A2 now.
Yeah. She was unbelievable. She's a phenomenal player. But the men and the women, they did what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Both had to beat French. Beat the French team on home soil, which is no easy task because that crowd was into it. But it took a Herculean effort from Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the last 2 minutes, Steph Curry just letting bomb after bomb after bomb.
Letting it go.
And then that last one, I'm like, bro, why you? Oh, that's Steph shooting. Good job, Steph. That's what I'm talking about, Steph. That would have let it fly.
Matter of fact, the one you talking about, we shot over 2 people. Did you see?
Yeah.
You saw everybody open up. The 2 people open on the arch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. KD and
LeBron open on the arch.
Throw it.
Hey, boy, that was funny. It was a funny picture. That's a funny picture going around.
No. In that situation, There are not very many people in the history of the game that can take more shots from that kind of distance. Right. You know, you're looking at he and Dame Lillard. You're talking about guys that can shoot the ball from 30 plus feet out. And you're like, bro, no, son, no. Good job, son. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there, Ocho. You know, one of those situations, Steph Curry, man. And Steph, I mean, if you go back and look at it, Ocho, his first 4 games, he was averaging less than 8 points a game.
At some point.
But when they needed it against Serbia, when they needed it against this French team, big shot after big shot after big make. Yeah. And hell, most of his points were threes. Yeah. I think he made 8, 16, or 17 threes in the last 2 games. Because I think he was 9 of 14, and then I think he was like 8 of 16. But most of his points came on the 3-point shot, and they needed every last one of them. Because the French team wasn't going away. It's like every time the U.S. get a lead, they marched out to like a 14-point lead. They whittle that thing down all the way to 6, cut it down to 4. But when they needed to get a bucket, hey, LeBron fouled him. Steph started dancing. Shall I dance, madame? You may. And he started dancing between his legs and behind his back, and then bam, letting it rip. And then bam. And that's got to be so frustrating.
Hey, it got to be. It got to be demoralizing. Especially for the French team.
Yes.
Especially for them.
Yes. I'm looking at Coach like, hey, son, you got to play. Coach, what you want me to do? You see that man.
Yeah.
That man 35 foot out there, and he dancing behind his back, between his leg, behind his back again, between his leg again, and heave it up.
Ain't nothing you could do. That's one of the moments where you just throw your hand up. Ain't no answer for that. Yeah. There's certain things we have an answer for, and there's some things there is no answer to. You just got to deal with it.
Yeah. You just troubleshoot it in the meantime, because you can't solve that problem.
No, absolutely not.
You just try to have a temporary fix because you already know what's going to happen.
If anything, what you can do is try to make it as difficult as possible. Make it as difficult as possible.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they did. And he still hit the shots.
You pushing him, Ocho, you pushing the man out 33 feet.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. And you ran 2 guys at him. He hit a shot over two guys.
Yeah. Didn't matter.
Yes. And then it's night.
Put him to sleep, baby. Put him to sleep.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with that. It's just like anything. Hey, the quarterback makes a great throw. The receiver makes a great catch. Hey,
ball placement.
You can't do anything like that. But congratulations to all our Olympians. We're proud of you. I understand that everybody wanted to go out there, and if you gave your absolute best, that's all you can ask for. That's all you could ask for, because everybody thinks they're gonna. All 10,000 athletes that showed up, like, hey, I got a chance to win the gold medal. Right. I want a medal. I want to get on the podium. And if I don't win gold, I want to win silver. If I don't win silver, I want to get bronze.
But I want to leave here. I want to leave here with something.
And I ain't talking about no damn souvenir that I got from the shop around the corner.
Right.
But if let's just say, for the sake of argument, Ocho, if I PR and I don't make the podium, how can I be mad?
No, you got to be happy.
I PR the personal best. And so what am I supposed to do?
And that's your starting point right there, and improving from that point on and getting better.
I PR'd, but they set an Olympic record. So what you want me to do about that? You know how long the Olympics been going on? 1896.
Yeah.
We in 2024.
Long time.
And they just did something ain't nobody else in the history of the Olympics done.
Right.
Okay. But congratulations, all Olympians. We're really proud of you. Appreciate the dedication and the hard work. And I know a lot of times, Ocho, it comes down, you put all that hard work into it. And if you're a sprinter, sometimes it comes down to 9 seconds. Sometimes it comes down, if you're a 400 meter, to 40 plus seconds. Or even the longest distance, a marathon, you train a lifetime for a little bit over 2 hours. And that's what it comes down to. Hats goes out to the Dutch runner, Safan Hassan. She bronze medal in the 5,000. She bronze medal in the 10,000. And she won Olympic gold in the marathon, Ocho. She ran 38 miles in a span of about 6 or 7 days, Ash? Last year, she won the last Olympics in Tokyo. She won gold in the 5,000, gold in the 10,000, and I think she got a bronze in the 1,500.
1,500 to 15,000.
1,500.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10. They go, women go 1,500, 5,
okay,
and 10. And then you got the steeplechase.
Yeah,
but congratulations to her. Very, very proud. She did. Very few people would even attempt that.
Yeah.
Remember, you got to go back to the great Emil Zotopek in 52, win the 5,000, 10,000. He won 5,000, 10,000, and he won the marathon. He won it.
That's a lot of running, boy.
What?
That's a whole lot of running. Listen, with very little time to recover in between.
Ain't no. I mean, think about it. Chip the guy won the 5,000, and he's like, nah, there ain't enough time for me to get ready for the 10,000.
Right.
So he withdrew. Not only did Huston, not only did she win bronze in the 5,000, she came back and challenged in the 10,000 and won bronze in that.
That's crazy.
I mean, Beatrice Chebet won the gold. I mean, she's the world record holder, so there's no surprise that she didn't win that. Right. But then to turn around and flip it around and to win the marathon. So congratulations to her and her team for doing what they did. That was an unbelievable. Aman Khalif beat Chinese woman in boxing final. So all y'all Americans who that disrespected her, apologize, because she saved us from losing to China in the gold medal. But you know what? Some people, I mean, sometimes, people are root because it's against them. They'll root against their own because it's against their interests. See, you see?
I like it.
Oh, she this and she that and she did. The woman has identified her whole life
as a woman.
As a woman. I mean, as loud as you tried to ridicule and shame her, I need that same voice and the same octave.
Same energy.
I was wrong. See, the apology is never as loud as the disrespect.
Shoot, the damage is done now, too, now.
For sure.
The damage is done now.
For sure. Ash is eating. Guys, it's been a busy day for Ocho and I. It's been It's been a tough day for Ocho and I. We had a commercial shoot that Ocho and I had to shoot. And they was like, well, we got a couple more scenes and we got about 30 minutes. I said, no, you don't. I said, no, you don't. I said, you got 15 minutes. I don't care how many more scenes you got.
Right.
You got 15 minutes because I'm out of here.
Unc wasn't playing now. Hey, and they got it together quick. Everything, for some reason, everything started to speed up.
You see that on Ocho?
A little bit more, little bit more proactive in getting it done, fast.
I say theoretically, I started 15 minutes early,
right?
So I should be done right now. But I'm trying to work on my patience.
Right.
I'm gonna give you 15 more minutes. But after that, whatever y'all ain't got,
they won't have to do without it. They gonna have to do without it, huh?
Absolutely. So that's what Ocho and I did. We raced back here to bring you guys the closing ceremony, not only for the Olympics, but on ours covering that. I really like this, Ocho. I really like covering the Olympics. Yeah. Hopefully we can do this for the World Championships next year in Tokyo, because I think people really and I think we need to bring attention to it. We need to bring that track and field is just not an Olympic year event every 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. I mean, it's tough, Ocho, because I mean, I'm glad they got the World Championship. So we had the Olympics, we got the Worlds,
right?
And then in 26 is an off year, so the only thing you'll have is the Nationals, U.S. Nationals, and then in 27 you got the Worlds, which leads into the Olympics in 28. So
I think it's also
our job is to.
I think also it's a good thing for those that are running, the exposure we were able to give them, the exposure, being able to tell their stories. Talk about the races, talk about the way they prepare, some of the things they like to do outside of running, and it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable for me, because thinking as much as training that goes into being an Olympian or being a track runner in general, man, do y'all have a life outside of that? So it was really interesting hearing some of the things that they go through, some of the pressures that they have to deal with when it comes to running, especially representing your country at the Olympics. So that was really dope. That was really, really dope.
Yeah. You see, it is, Ocho. I think the thing is that the fun is what you have with. I mean, obviously you do it. I mean, you don't run just like, man, I hate running and be great at it.
You got to,
but I think
it's
that
it.
when all that hard work that you put in, and you see a plan come together. I mean, you see Sid. So in order for her to do what she's doing, the type of. First of all, if you run, you know how hard it is to run.
Oh yeah.
So just imagine running the training, that she has to do just to get to the level in which she's got.
Yeah.
Now she says, that's not good enough. I want to be transcendent. I want people to remember me like you guys talk about FloJo, like they're going to be talking about Usain Bolt 100 years from now.
Yeah.
That's how she wants to be remembered.
Yeah. I mean, she's on the right track. She's
man,
on the right track.
She's special. It was tough, guys. I wish we could have brought you more people, but it's so tough. For us, you know, we had to get up a lot of times to shoot. Justin Gatlin was the only one that really shot an actual time and Q, because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they agreed. We shot Gabby. It was real early. It was an afternoon for her, but it was really, really early for us. And so hopefully in the future, Tokyo is going to kind of be the same thing, but we'll do a better job of trying to put it together where we can make sure we have athletes and like, okay, guys, you know, I understand that you have an obligation with NBC, but once you fulfill those obligations, you know, come on and talk to the group at Nightcap. Hey, Ryan, you were supposed to come on, so I'm withholding your prize money until you agree to come on Nightcap. So, Ryan Benjamin, I know you're going to see this because you watch Nightcap. I know you do. So, until you come on Nightcap, you will not be receiving your prize money. So, I wish it was something I can tell you, or it is something I can tell you. Come on Nightcap so you can get your prize money.
It is.
So, but again, congratulations to all the athletes, all the coaches, all the families, because this is just not an individual effort. This is a joint effort.
Yeah.
And all of America is thanking you for your for what you've been able to do. The U.S. Olympic Committee are now filing an appeal in court.
Hey, there we go.
That resulted in Jordan Chiles being asked to return her bronze medal she won in the floor exercise. The court sports voided the floor appeal by Chiles' coach that voted her to third, saying the appeal came 4 seconds. Really? Ocho, really? Is that what we doing?
4 seconds?
The mere fact that y'all said it took 4 seconds.
So we nitpicking.
I can see if they'd have said 4 minutes, Ocho, I was like, well, that's well beyond the time.
Right.
But y'all talking about 4 seconds. Really? Really now? Is that what we doing?
Come on now.
Because we're supposed, and the term that you hear a lot, Ocho, is that we're going to operate in good faith.
I like that.
We're operating in good faith here. Really? 4 seconds.
4 seconds? That's the best they could come up with?
But I'm saying, they said that there's video evidence to showing, no, we turned it in within the time.
Right.
They said 4 seconds. The U.S. officials are saying, no, we got it to you in time.
Right. But listen, if I was Miss Chiles, I would have, listen, if I had bronze.
Y'all didn't get that. I'm gone. The moment I heard it.
Listen, I would have told him, y'all get it back in blood then. You want this bronze that I earned? Get it back in blood. Come on down here to the States. I'm gonna give you my address too. If you want it that bad. 4 seconds. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
But the timestamp video evidence submitted by the U.S. Gymnastics shows that Landy first stated her request to file an inquiry, at the inquiry table at 47 seconds after the score was posted, followed by a second statement 55 seconds after the score was originally posted. Right. So it's 13 seconds before and 5 seconds before. So dispute could, month, a year. It could be, because sometimes, they have these doping scandals, Ocho, and people wait 2, 3, 4 years in order to get their medal. But at that point, I mean, look, I want the medal, but you robbed me of an opportunity to stand on the podium. You robbed me. If I get to silver and somebody's done something and all of a sudden you promote me to gold, I don't get to hear my national anthem.
Yeah.
I don't get, that's just a footnote.
It messes up
Ochocinco was awarded the gold medal in 1988 due to a such and such by this athlete. No, but I ain't getting my medal back. I ain't the champ no more. That ain't what the gold medal that's hanging up on my mantle said.
Man, and I definitely, once I get back to the States, I'm gonna get it put in the frame now. I don't care what your judgment might be. I don't care what you say over there. Y'all better make another bronze because this one ain't leaving the house.
After competing in his fourth Olympics and winning his third gold medal, LeBron could be finished playing for Team USA. He indicated that Saturday's final against France could have been his last time playing in the Olympics. I can't see myself playing in LA, LeBron said. It would be 43 by the time rolls around.
That's fine. Because you got to think the way LeBron takes care of his body, his diet, the team of people that he has around him that's allowed him to play this long. Listen, you come off the bench. You ain't got to be the head man. You come off the bench. Shit, KD too. Talk about he don't know he's undecided. Man, you playing. You playing. I know you playing. I know you playing. I know. The fact that it's in LA, the fact that it's stateside, you don't have to worry about traveling. You don't have to worry about all this.
Sleep in your own bed. Yeah.
Right in your backyard. Yeah, you playing. Yeah, I know you playing. I know you want to keep everybody waiting and tell people you're undecided and you're not sure how you're going to be feeling. Man, child, please. I can tell you what you're going to do simply because it's in LA.
Yeah, since y'all want to y'all want to do something, what y'all going to do about Coco Gauff getting robbed? When that ball, what y'all going to do about that?
Yeah.
When the man said, I know, but ain't nothing I can do about it now.
Yeah, it is.
What y'all gonna do about that? Y'all always look at it. We're just trying to do the right thing here. What y'all didn't do the right thing then?
You know they're gonna pick and choose now.
They pick and choose to do the right thing.
You know they're gonna pick and choose now.
But look, if this was the last time we see LeBron, Steph, KD on the court together, what a way to go.
Yeah, beautiful way.
What a way to go out.
Beautiful.
And you can't be bad. You can't be bad. I mean, to actually see them in meaningful competition. The All-Star game is nice. We've seen LeBron and KD play together.
Playing around though. We talk about actually competing and taking it serious.
Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And the way it ended though, it wasn't a blowout. You know, it was a nail biter. It was close. If you was on your couch, you was on the edge of your couch. If you was in the seat, you was on the edge of your seat. That made it that much better, especially to win the gold.
Yeah, it was. Following Saturday night's gold medal game victory, a video has gone viral of the Curry family having an encounter last night with the French police. Ayyyyyy, which is Steph's wife, it was in tears. Sonia, which is his mom, was heated, and Draymond could be heard in the video saying something about the baby being hit in the head. News reports are saying Sonia and Ayyyyyy tried to cross the street and were withheld from doing so, which caused all the commotion. Apparently, French President Emmanuel Macron was about to pass through the street beyond which Ayyyyyy and Sonia's car was parked, and the driver was waiting for them. For security reasons, no one was allowed to cross the street before the president passed.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's starting to make sense.
That makes sense.
I thought it was just like, oh, no, y'all can't pass.
Yeah. One thing, regardless of where you are, you understand how it
diplomat,
is.
dignity.
For president, man, they don't play that.
They shut.
Well, they don't.
Have you ever been in the city, Ocho, when the president come to town?
If the president coming to town, I know not to leave the house.
Thank you.
I know not to leave the house. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I see it on TV,
bro,
and I know I don't want to be no part of that.
If y'all lived in Atlanta and y'all know what it's like when President Obama came to town, y'all know what it was like when President Biden come to town. Traffic already terrible in Atlanta. And anybody that lives in Atlanta or visited Atlanta can tell you about the traffic. Now magnify that times 5 because they got all the streets blocked off.
Times 10.
I'm like, he's not going to even be over here. Why the hell you got this blocked off? That joker, that joker 20 miles away, and you got this blocked off.
Yeah, they don't play.
Man, but I live right down there. I'm sorry, Mr. Shaw. I say, the hell, but sorry my ass. I'm going home.
And you see the extreme they go to for motorcade. That's why I don't mean to bring that up. That's why that incident that happened not too long ago. You know what I'm talking about with the ear. That's why that was so unbelievable.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, but I understand. Look, I understand. I didn't, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, well, what was going on? And now this makes a little bit more sense why they would have been held up and not allowed to cross the street, because you're talking about the highest ranking dignitary in France. You know what I'm saying? So
if the baby was hit, I mean,
yeah. They ain't got no baby. They don't got no baby to hit no baby in the head.
Somebody apologize, you know, because I'm sure it wasn't the intent, wasn't intentional.
Could have been my family, not and me with them, because I'm in jail.
What, in jail over there? In Paris?
Oh, you hit my child. You hit my child in the head.
Oh yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm in jail, but I'll beat hell out of somebody though.
Yeah.
I'm in jail. He in the hospital.
Yeah.
2 people in the hospital for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Right. One thing about
and you see the little baby. I mean, she just had the baby. I think Cannon can't be no more than about 5.
Hold on.
The newborn probably was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Oh, I did see
it was born in May, June, July, August. Oh, 3 months. Oh, yeah. I got to have
Somebody got to get it, huh?
Yeah, I got to have them. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you know,
somebody gonna have to pay me a whole bunch of, and y'all don't, I don't want
money.
no grapefruit pond, and I don't want no croissant. Somebody got to pay for that.
Something, huh?
For sure.
Hey, you know, when just, you know, it's different than being here in the States. One thing about getting in trouble over there, anywhere across that water, I don't even know how that prison system works. I don't even know how that jail system works. When you go to jail over there, they let you out when they want to.
Guess what? I'm a parent, whether I'm in Paris, whether I'm in LA, whether I'm in Vegas, whether I'm in Atlanta. I don't give a damn where I'm at.
Everything's staying, no matter where you at.
Boy, look here. I tell you what, if you take any animal and they have a child, you can have them in the zoo.
Yeah.
Or you could take a lion and have him in the Serengeti. Or you can have a polar bear in Antarctica.
Yeah.
What you think will happen if you try to bother that baby?
Same thing every time.
And stand on that.
Every time.
Like I said, I'm sorry. I don't know. They probably didn't really know who they were.
Right.
I'm not that naive.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all have an inflated sense of ego and that everybody knows who we are.
Right.
I'm not so sure that everybody knows that that's Steph Curry's wife and that's Steph Curry's mom.
Right.
But I'm assuming that they did. And they probably didn't get an opportunity because I don't know how well the people that the police or security, whomever they were, that was directing traffic, that was spoke English.
Right.
That's not a prerequisite. I mean, people on the LAPD or Atlanta PD, they're not required to speak a foreign language.
Right.
You don't have to know French. You don't have to know Spanish or whatever, Portuguese or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So all I'm saying is that, you know, I'm just going by what the report said and what's being reported. This makes a little more sense or why they weren't allowed to cross the street when they wanted to cross the street. This makes sense, Ocho.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Most definitely.
But still, you hit the baby in the head. If it was true.
Yeah. You got listen, there's certain things you can crash out about, and there's certain things you gotta think twice about. Anything got to do with them kids? Shoot, you damn they got to move like King Von.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, Ocho, is that I'm surprised. I don't know if they didn't have security with them. I'm surprised they didn't have security.
You know, I'm sure they did. Always, especially with the family. When it comes to the family members, especially if Steph is not with them, I'm sure security is always appointed. That's
what I'm saying. Because I know LeBron. I already know LeBron. You don't see LeBron. Savannah ain't moving,
right?
Especially overseas, she ain't moving without the security,
right.
And so, you know, I didn't see security. I didn't know. No? I'm not saying
I didn't see the clip.
Maybe they were plain clothes or something didn't stick out. But I'm just saying it just seems to me that security could have handled that situation, diffused that situation a lot, because you know we can have a civil conversation, because at that point in time everybody's agitated.
Yeah.
Police tried to y'all tried to show us up, come America. Because they already think Americans are unruly when they come when they go to a foreign country. So they're already feeling some type of way. Now people know how in the States when you come here and police always think it's, you know, so we like, no, we're gonna shut this down. Such and such is coming by.
Right.
We'll let you go through in a minute. So, like I said, this makes a little more sense. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if that's true, but what's being reported. If that's true that the president was coming through, Macron, if he was coming through, yeah, you're going to stop it. Because if you were in the U.S. and if President Biden or Madam VP Kamala Harris,
I hope you endorse. I don't want none of that. So when they come through, they come through.
And sometimes you just never know. Hell, you could have been if you were in Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo coming through, they shutting down traffic. If you were in Argentina and Messi goes through,
they shutting down traffic. Yeah.
It's the same thing when you see LeBron them and they holding up, say like, bro, I'm trying to go right over there. Well, somebody coming through? Who? Y'all quick. Who? Just a second. So yeah. So I did not see security with them, Ocho. That didn't mean they didn't have them.
Right.
And maybe in certain situations, because the way that Steph's mom, Sonia, was pointing, that they would just try to go like a short distance.
Right.
But the distance required them to cross the street. That's what. Something was reported about they was being heckled and somebody said this and blah, blah, blah. I don't really know. I don't really know what, but this does make a little bit more sense that the French president was coming through. They held up traffic so he could go through, and then hopefully everybody, little bruised egos, a little, I think everybody was able to make the best of a bad situation and move on. Quincy Wilson summed up his winning Olympic gold medal at being 16 years old in one perfect tweet. He said he's just 16 years old, made history as the youngest man in track and field athlete in U.S. Olympic history. He ended up winning gold by competing in the heats of the 4x4, even though he wasn't on the squad that ran the final. But the kid had a reality check and wrote, "Dang, I really got schooled in 2.5 weeks."
But you should have saw the comments on top of that. Boy, it was so funny, man. I remember somebody tweeted, "Shit, if I had one go, I would have dropped out." Man, I was in dog. If you read the comments, I was in tears. I'm talking about in tears laughing because people so goddamn funny, man. It's about can you imagine having to line up back in high school and run track against somebody that just won gold medal at the Olympics? Oh, them people on Twitter, man. I'm talking about funny. Oh, it was so funny.
Hey. I know my grandmother said, "Yeah, I know you want to go, but you taking your ass to school next week." I already know what Mary Porter's gonna say.
Don't think you're gonna miss a day. You ain't gonna miss nan day.
Not nan. Mary Porter said, "You get your ass up out of here. You going to school. You gonna catch that bus."
Hey, they had me in tears, man.
Ocho, you remember yesterday?
Yeah.
We had an interview with Nyjah and we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So today, guys, we're going to play you our interview with skateboard legend, street skateboard, Nyjah Huston. Here's the interview. Enjoy. Ocho, I told you we were going to have a very, very special guest. The last couple of days since we've been doing the Olympics, we had a couple of Olympians on, current and former. We've had Michael Johnson. We've had Justin Gatlin. We've had Gabby Thomas. We've had Bobby Finks. Now, when it comes to men's skateboarding, there's no one more accomplished than this gentleman we're about to sit down and have a conversation with now. He's from Davis, California. His name, you talk about world championships, you're talking about X Games. When it comes to men's skateboarding, he is the de facto guy. He has his own Nike skateboarding shoe. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Nyjah Huston. How you doing, Nyjah?
Doing good, boys. Doing good.
So, go ahead, Ocho.
No, I just want to say what's up, man. Listen, you've been a huge inspiration, man, for me. Someone who used to skateboard. There are a few clips out there of me falling and busting my ass. But man, you one of the greats, man, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on.
And I appreciate that. Good to be here. Good to be on here. And man, I love hearing from fellow athletes that you wouldn't expect to have skated before say that they really been on the board before. And
Nyjah, are you back stateside now, or are you still in Paris?
Yeah. I'm over here at my house in the Laguna Beach right now.
Okay. Nyjah, you wrote something on your IG post. You said, "Damn, the past couple of days have been tough. Since I got home, it's taken everything in me to get out of bed and start living again. I didn't go into Paris with expectations, just wanted to go out there, land some tricks, and enjoy the moment. But after being in position with a good shot at winning and not pulling through, it hurts. In that moment, I wanted to bring home that goal for us so bad, more than anything I've ever wanted in my life. It felt like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I think that's just a part of what really makes it hard to let go of. At times when I feel down and depressed over something like this, I feel that it's wrong. It's wrong because I know I have so much life in me to be happy and thankful for. I'm in good health. I have amazing family and friends who are always there for me, and I get to make a living of doing things that I love most, which is such a huge blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were in position. Your first 2 rounds, flawless. You land some huge tricks. You're in the moment, and at that moment, tell us what's going through your mind. You got one more run to make. You're right now. You're in gold medal position. You just got one round to go. What's going through your mind at that moment? And then the pressure. Did you start to tense up? Did you start to feel the pressure?
I mean, I like to say that, I'm sure you guys feel this too, is like anytime someone is very competitive and you care, you're gonna get nervous.
Yes.
You're gonna feel the pressure, you know? That's just a part of caring about what we do and having that passion for what we do. So yeah, I mean, I definitely felt the nerves out there, but I feel like I was handling it pretty well. Qualifiers went smoothly. First run in the finals, I landed my last trick sketchy, which really bummed me out because I got an 87. If I would have landed it clean, I would have got a 90. So the second run, I definitely had the pressure on me, was able to pull through. And then when it comes down to the trick section, I like to say that you go out there with confidence, but you can't ever go out there expecting to land these tricks every single try, because the stuff we're doing is just too technical and too difficult, and like so many things need to go right every time to land them every try. But it was going really good for me. I was in a good spot. I landed my first trick. I landed my second trick, which got a little bit of a low score because I also landed it a little bit sketchy. You could see that my back foot was hanging off the board a little bit.
Okay.
But I still got a 93 for that one, so that was solid. And then that last trick, man, I was going for, it's called a switch heel crooked grind down the hubba. Hubba is a down ledge. And it's a trick that I've been looking forward to trying ever since I saw the design of the course a few weeks prior.
Okay. Yes.
The trick I've been practicing a lot lately throughout the past couple of years. And man, I felt really confident going into it. The first one didn't go so well. Second one got a little closer. And then when it got down to the third one, that's when I got bumped down from being in first to second, then to third. And honestly, I think back on it, and when I was dropping in, I got my headphones in. I like listening to house music, so good vibes, got the hype going. I felt good, man. I felt really confident dropping into it. I felt like the energy was right. I didn't feel my legs shaking or anything like that. So it's hard to really pinpoint exactly what goes wrong in those situations to not be able to put down the trick. But man, really, you can't think back on it too hard, or it'll just torture yourself, because like I said, the stuff we do on the skateboard is so technical that, like, you know, it could be your foot being in a slight wrong position, leaning back a little too much, going a little too fast, going a little too slow. There's a lot of things that come into play there. And I feel like that's something about skateboarding that's really, man, it's frustrating, because I feel like what you guys do in football, it's like you make, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you make a wrong play or a wrong move, and you kind of know what you did wrong. Yeah. See,
Yes,
when it comes
absolutely.
to skateboarding, man, it's so frustrating, because as you just play it back in your head, you're like, damn, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? But when it comes down to it, man, it's hard stuff we're doing out there, and it's not easy to land those tricks every try.
Yeah. When you look back on things, right, we understand all that you've accomplished. Your resume, it speaks volumes. It speaks for itself. But I want to go back to where it all started. Obviously, you had a unique upbringing, you know, a Rastafarian lifestyle. How did that shape your perspective on life and choosing the skateboard?
So yeah, my dad got me into skateboarding at a very young age. Even before I was like standing on my feet on a board, I was like pushing around on my knees when I was like 3, 4 years old. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm the middle. We're all 2 years apart, so we all grew up skating together as a family, and we were always really close as a family. So we really just did everything together. Spent a lot of time outside in nature. Lived in Fiji from the years I was 2 to 4. So that was an interesting experience, and some of my earliest memories are from there. But then when we moved back to California, that's when I really started falling in love with skateboarding. And Ever since I can remember those first sessions, like it was just instant love. Like that's all I ever wanted to do.
You know,
That's dope.
You said you started at 10. I read where you started skateboarding at 10, but you knew you were really good at 7.
No, I
Wait,
started when I was 5.
you started, so you actually started at 5,
Yeah.
knew you were good at 7. When did you go into your first competition? How old were you entered your first competition?
So I actually skated some like little beginner contests, local contest series when I was like end of 6, 7.
Wow.
I dominated all these other kids. Like I swear I was undefeated in this little mini contest series called Castle back in the day. And then, bro, somehow by the time I was 10 years old, I won the biggest amateur contest called Tampa Am.
Wow.
And then that's why the next year when I was 11, I skated my first X Games because I had already won the amateur contest somehow that young.
Your dad built you a park in your backyard.
Yep.
You're getting really, really good. And abruptly, he moves the family to Puerto Rico. Did he give a reason why you guys moved to Puerto Rico when your career is just starting to flourish?
Yeah, man, it was such an interesting move, and it was really confusing at the time because my dad was someone that was he's hard to talk to about things like that, you know, kind of hard to really conversate with. It was just kind of like his way, and you just kind of went along with it. But I would say the main reason why is, you know, being raised Rasta. I don't know if you guys know too much about that lifestyle, but they really like to live outside of normal life and normal society. You know, I never went to normal school when I was a kid. We were raised vegan. I didn't grow up watching normal TV shows and movies and stuff because I feel like that's a big part of that lifestyle, just kind of staying secluded from the kind of normal life and negativity that they see it out there. But honestly, I'm thankful for being raised Rasta because I think it helped me become the person I am today. I think it was a very healthy way of growing up. But yeah, that move to Puerto Rico was definitely rough throughout those years. I was about 11 to 14. And a couple of those years, bro, I was out there. Like, it's funny because when I tell people this story and say that I lived in Puerto Rico, they're probably thinking I was, you know, chilling on the beach, you know, maybe skate park on the beach.
Yes.
Spots every now and then. No, that's not what it was. I was out in the jungle, an hour away from any civilization.
Wow.
Shout out my dad. He still made it happen and built me some skate stuff on this farm we lived on. But man, we were really out there.
Man, that's crazy. At such a young age, right? Like when you think about the Olympics, you talk about the pressures it takes to go out there and perform and be successful when it's time to hit those tricks and get those scores. At such a young age, did you feel the pressure since you started competing so young, or when you were younger, was it more just fun?
I've always been competitive, man. Always. Ever since I was so young, and I feel like that's a big reason why I got to the point that I'm at. But after those big amateur wins I got, skated my first pro contest when I was 11, and it wasn't just smooth sailing though. It was like I was out there with the big guys now. You know, everyone's twice my age, twice my size, so it was a mixture of being like super stoked as this little kid skating with everyone we grew up watching and looked up to. But also it's just intimidating because like I'm out there like trying to get my hits in, and like it's kind of scary because like in practice everyone's skating the course at the same time. If someone runs into you or something, like I'm gonna be getting bodied.
Right. Go ahead, Nyjah. Finish your thought.
But yeah, it wasn't smooth sailing. I actually had a few years until I was 15 where I got like a ton of second places. Like even I think it was my first big pro contest ever. I got second place to Ryan Sheckler. That one didn't hurt too bad because it was my first one, but then it went on. It was like second place all the time. And then I finally got my first big win. It was Street League, Arizona. It was the first Street League ever in 2010. And that was like the moment where I was like, all right, like the hard work is really paying off and it's only up from here.
But Nyjah, when I look at skateboarding, like a lot of time we were talking about what Ocho and I did compared to what you did, being an athlete, and you know exactly when you do something wrong. A lot of times we still plays, but in skateboarding, it's a lot of trial and error. You go out there on the ramp and you in your backyard or you at the park and you're trying things, and then when you show up at these shows, you hope that you can make it because if we get an opportunity, if that play doesn't succeed, we got a whole bunch of other plays. Normally, if your run doesn't go well, there's a great chance you're not going to win the gold medal in that situation. You're going to probably get silver. You might even get bronze. You might not even podium. So how do you deal with, like, I know this, I've worked on this so much, I know I can land this trick?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a guy like myself, I do have a lot of options of different tricks to try out there. And it's good to be prepared, because if you're in a situation like that and let's say a trick isn't working out, then you can try a different one. But when it came down to that last trick at the Olympics in Paris, I wouldn't have switched it up, because that was the trick that I was most confident with, even though I did have a couple other ones I could try that would have been a similar score. But yeah, I mean, it's really just about trying the tricks that you're most confident with and to work the best on the obstacles that are there, because a lot of the times the stuff we're skating is similar to the other contests we've skated in the past, but it's always different a little bit. It's never going to be the exact same. So it's like it might be a stair too bigger or smaller, the ledge might be a little bit higher or steeper, and all that stuff makes a difference with the tricks you're doing.
Is there a certain trick? Is there a certain trick? So let's say like the video game, you play the video game Madden, right? And you put it on all Madden. That's the highest difficulty. What would be the trick that is the most difficult to do that not very many people can do it?
Man, there's so many, bro. But I guess we got to shout out the gold medalist Yuto out there in Paris, because the trick that he did, the last trick, which took him 4 tries to land, but he made it happen on his last attempt. Right. It was a nollie backside 270 blunt slide down the rail, and like first he's the only one that's ever done that trick before.
Wow.
In competition that.
I mean, I don't even think I've ever seen anyone do it outside of competition. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the coolest parts about skateboarding is everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own tricks. I got a few tricks that I do that you rarely see anyone do out there. Yuto's got a bunch. And it's really about, bringing your own style and creativity to the sport.
Right. But so the question that I really have, because it's about when I read your post, I could tell that you were in a really down place. And I went out there, I just wanted to have a little fun. And then once I got in position, I'm like, oh, I could win this thing. And then it doesn't go according to the way you had hoped it to go. So how do you bounce back, Nyjah, from a performance like that? Psychologically, mentally, physically, emotionally, how do you come back from something like that?
Yeah, it's I'm happy you're asking that question, because I honestly like talking about it. I feel like a lot of people that feel this way and can get really down on themselves and depressed sometimes, they don't want to speak about it, but I think it definitely helps to be able to express yourself. But yeah, man, it's not easy being in that position. I feel like it's a lot of my friends and people tell me like, oh, you should be happy. You should be happy because you got a medal. You should be happy because of your life and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, like I'm proud of myself, but it's not that easy to not follow through in a situation like that you care about so much. And it's not only that I wanted that gold for myself, I wanted it for my country, because that would have been the first gold for skateboarding in the USA. So I think that's the part that really I really care about extra, and why it hurts extra this time. But how do I bounce back from that is really man, just trying to be thankful for the life that I live. Getting a medal is cool and all, but I think it's really about being thankful for living a life that I love, doing what I love for my life, and still being so motivated to still get on my board and have a good time. Because that's the fun part about skateboarding, man, is like it's not always training. Like with you guys, I see, the drills you guys do and the practices you guys have, like you guys are out there working. It's go time, it's training day. with skateboarding, I would say the majority of the time that I'm on my board, I am having a good time and I am having fun. And that's really the beautiful part about it. But yeah, man, just try to pick myself back up. I had a couple rough days there after I got back home, but then got myself out in nature, went on a hike, got some sunshine, hung out with some friends, and just, you know, life goes on, man. Life goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Man, you're known for your rigorous training. I've seen some of your training routines myself when I tried to attempt to skateboard, but after falling, busting my back open, those days were over. So what is a typical day of not training, a typical day of fun on the board look like for you? Is it you by yourself? Is it you and some friends, skate park, or do you have everything right there at home?
Yeah, it's a mix of both. Obviously, we all love skating with our homies, but I would say I have some of my best practice days when I'm by myself. In my skate park, I got my own park in a warehouse over in San Clemente, and you know, go over there a couple times a week, really get the reps in. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, obviously there's going to be some times where it's like, shit, like I got to do this trick again, even though I've done it so many times. But I'm still enjoying it. You know, I'm not going out there and be like, shit, I got to skate again. Here goes work again. Like I really am thankful for, you know, being a skateboarder, because I feel like it fits me so well. I feel like I'm meant to be a skateboarder, because it really just, it never gets old, man. There's the nonstop progression is one of my favorite parts. And even after coming third this time in the Olympics, it's already been on my mind the past few days where I'm like, all right, like I'm not over it. Like I'm still trying to compete the next few years. I would love to make it to LA.
It's on home soil in 28.
I know, that's that extra motivation to get there. But yeah, I've already been thinking like, all right, what other tricks can I start practicing and trying to keep up with these younger guys they're gonna be on in the next few years. So it's really just always having that constant progression on the mind.
Nyjah, mental health has been a big talking point with the athletic community. How can we help? How can the athletic community help its competitors, these young skate? Because as you mentioned, you started out, you were 10, 11 years old, and they're still that same age. Yeah. You know, you've been at this thing almost 2 decades. So what can the community do to help its young and help those that's in there that might be being depressed or might be dealing with something? How can they help?
Man, I would say the number one thing is just don't be afraid to speak your mind and tell people how you're feeling, no matter if it's in an interview like this or if it's just talking to your friends and family, because it is so easy, like, to just sit there in bed inside and just keep all those thoughts and feelings to yourself. And that's what I did for a couple of days. Like when I got home, I had so many friends that were calling me and stuff. I didn't answer a single phone call for a couple of days, just because I just, you know, it takes a lot to be able to talk about that. And sometimes you do need a little time to sit there and, you know, be to yourself. But I think really just, not being afraid to talk about it, and just, you know, knowing that there are good things to come, you know, as long as you keep that.
And that you're not alone.
What's that?
And you're not alone. That you know that you have people in your corner, that you have a support system that believe in you, that support you, and that people that love Nyjah Huston.
Of course, yeah. And I think that's such an important thing, is having that family and friends there for you. I got a bunch of good friends that are always by my side and will be there if I need them. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm sure there's so many athletes out there, skateboarders and from all other sports, that feel this way sometimes, because, you know, we all want to go out there and do our best. But when it comes down to it, especially when it comes to something like skateboarding, you're not going to have your best day every time. It's just not going to happen. No matter how hard you practice, no matter how many hours you put in, no matter how many times you land the trick, it's just not going to happen every single time. But man, honestly, another thing that I wanted to mention that like kind of stresses me out when I get down on myself like that is like, I'm like, shit, am I feeling this way because I've had so many concussions before? Because if you guys have seen some of my falls before, I've had some insane falls. Like you would think my head would be you know, destroyed, just split open, but somehow bounce back up and try the trick again.
You've been credited.
Oh, that's
good. I was going to say you've been credited with taking skateboarding from what Tony Hawk started 4 decades ago and making it more mainstream, making it more popular. What was that transition like? Because everybody knows Tony Hawk is the godfather. I mean, if there's a godfather of anything, he's the godfather of skateboarding.
Yeah.
And you credited with like, okay, it's mainstream now. We see it on television now. We see it's in the Olympics. What more can you ask for? Because it's a global sport now.
Yeah.
What is that, when you hear that? What does that make you feel, Nyjah?
I mean, just being in the same, you know, conversation or compared to it all to a guy like Tony Hawk is a true honor. My first skateboard ever was a Tony Hawk board. I grew up going to some of his demos and being like, oh shit, Tony, like even though he wasn't a street skater, he was a vert skater, the big ramp.
Right.
He was such an inspiration, and I guarantee skateboarding would not be where it's at now in the Olympics if it wasn't for Tony Hawk. And yeah, I've heard some people say a similar thing about me, you know, pushing the progression and getting more eyes on street skateboarding.
Absolutely.
Because, man, skateboarding is a special thing, especially when it comes to street skateboarding, because it really is what it's called. It comes from the streets. You know, people first started skateboarding on the sidewalk, cruising around here in Southern California, and then people started flipping the board, and then they started skating little curbs, and then they're jumping down handrails, and then there's contests, and then now it's in the Olympics. So I think that's the most special part about skateboarding is it really is so different from any other sport out there, to the point where it still feels weird for me to call it a sport, because I see it more as a way of life and, you know, a lifestyle, creativity.
That is dope. Hey, listen, outside of skateboarding, you talked about nature, you talked about being adventurous, going on hikes, you know, to kind of offset some of the, I wouldn't say struggles that skateboarding brings, but do you have any other passions outside of skateboarding that you like to do?
Yeah, for sure. I think being out in nature and, you know, spending time outside really makes me appreciate life and really puts me in a better mood when I'm down on myself like that. So that's something I would definitely advise to anyone feeling that way. Go outside, get some sunlight. Definitely makes you feel better, lift those spirits back up. Aside from skateboarding though, my favorite is riding dirt bikes. That's my favorite.
Dirt bikes.
So
Here
fun,
we go.
so fun. That's like the most free feeling thing when you're just on trails hours away with a couple homies just ripping and having a good time. Aside from that, like watching basketball a lot. I love watching what you guys do in football. I was actually just watching the USA basketball game right now. They're out there killing it. So
yeah, they won
90. Now they better be winning.
Yeah, they won 98, 87.
Yeah,
they won the goal. Yeah.
Nice.
Now let me ask you this: what was that moment like when Nike said, "We're going to give you your own shoe"?
It's insane, man. It's such an honor, and there's only been a few skateboarders that have had professional shoes with Nike, so it really is such a special thing. It's you know, P-Rod, it's Costin, it's Janowski. It's only a few guys that have been up there, and it's also just a really cool process. Like, actually, I feel like some people are like, oh, you have a pro shoe with Nike, cool, but they don't actually understand how much involvement goes into creating the shoe. And how many meetings we have, going samples, going back and forth. Does this feel right? Does this feel wrong? And really being involved in that process is sick, and then seeing it come to life.
Because you want the shoe to look good aesthetically, but you want it to be functional. I mean, you can't have a shoe that looks good that's not functional, but you don't want a functional shoe that doesn't look good because the people won't buy it. So it has to be both.
It has to be a mix of both. And yeah, skateboard shoes is all about balance, because if you're a skateboarder like me that's jumping down, you know, 20 plus stair handrails, you obviously need a shoe that has good structure and is going to keep your foot safe, keep you from rolling your ankle. But at the same time, the bottom of the shoe can't be like a basketball shoe.
Right.
If the sole is too thick and too stiff, then you can't feel your board under your toes.
Right. Okay.
To really
feel
connected to your skateboard. So there's a lot of specifics and work that goes into these shoes.
You know what? I heard you were a big flosser. How many times do you floss your teeth a day, and how many times do you brush your teeth a day? Because I brush my teeth on average. I've kind of calmed down. At one time, I was at a high of like 10. I think I'm around 6.
Too much.
I think I'm around 6 or 7
Too
now.
much.
So combination, how many times do you floss, and how many times do you brush your teeth per day?
It's not a crazy. And I did brush my teeth or floss my teeth last night. It's normally just once a day for the flossing and.
See, like us normal
twice
folks.
A day for the brushing. Bro, you said you 6 times a day?
Yeah.
Yes. No, it was 10. It was 10.
Ocho talked me down from.
He was doing it.
I'm down to 6. I was up to 10. I was going through a tube of toothpaste a week.
Bro, that's crazy. You gotta chill.
Maybe I need to go on one of those nature trails. Maybe I need to get out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta come out there. You're in LA. I'm not in LA often, but I will come. I think it would be great content. We had a few Olympians on, and I think for us in adding a different dynamic to Nightcap is those that we've had on here, me trying to do what they do for their respective crafts and seeing if I succeed. So I have to get out there with you and get on the board with you, and you have to teach me some type of trick, and I cannot leave until I
all right.
complete it. We got to do that. I don't care how high the ramp is. I don't care what I have to jump down.
Lord.
We just gonna do it. I think it would be great content to add to Nightcap.
That would be sick. Did you used to be able to do any tricks?
No.
Just I can ollie. I can ollie. That's about it. Like the funny thing about it, if you Google Chad Johnson on a skateboard, you will see me busting my ass. Maybe 3 or 4 videos of me trying to do stuff off a ramp and going down. It's bad. It's really bad. It's embarrassing. But listen,
Nyjah,
long I feel and I got back.
To be honest, he did no tricks or treating. So he did neither. But I'm anxious to see him get out there and to see him fall, because like you said, you Google Ocho and skateboard, it's going to see the same thing, whether it was in 1999, 2005, or 2024, him falling.
Hey, well, if we get you back on the board, no matter if you land a trick or you're eating shit, I'll still respect it. So
there we go.
Guys, I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. I appreciate you sharing your story and the struggle that you was going through of what transpired. You went to have a great time and found yourself in position to win the gold medal. And when things didn't go your way, you were man enough to stand up and say, yeah, man, this thing's tough. It hurts, because I was so close. Yeah. And that was the moment that I had dreamed about. And here it is right before me, and I didn't make it happen. And I'm struggling with it, but I'm going to be okay. So thanks for sharing your story with you. Hopefully someone took something from that. They learned that it's okay to face disappointment, but the sunshine follows rain, and there's a new day tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for sharing your story, and I greatly appreciate it.
Of course, got to keep it going, man. Keep it rolling. Life goes on, and man, thankful to be alive. Appreciate you guys.
All right, bro. Thank you, man. And
good
luck the rest of the way. Hey, see you in 28.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, boys.
That was street skateboarder Nyjah Huston sharing his story, the disappointment that he suffered in Paris, in position to win the gold medal, Ocho, and then his last run did not work out the way he had hoped or the way he envisioned. So he was sharing his story about the disappointment and about the heartbreak and how he was struggling mentally with it. But he said, you know what? I got a great support system. I'm going to be okay. I got a great life. Yeah. And this one setback does not define me. It doesn't make me. It doesn't make me less, doesn't make me more, but I will get over this. So we appreciate him sharing his story on Nightcap with all our subscribers and listeners. So thank you guys. Hopefully you got something out of that, and you really appreciated that interview.
Oh yeah.
Ocho, you said that you skateboard and that you wanted to show the people at home kind of like what you did.
Yeah. You
Ocho.
Remember that? Unc, you remember that?
Boy, that looked very cartoonish, Ocho. I'm surprised you ain't break your back.
It hurt a little bit. It hurt a little bit, but that's the only way to get better. I'm surprised you don't remember that. You see, I can skate for real, but I can't do no damn tricks. But I can ride the board. It looked like I know what I'm doing, but when I try to execute something, that's what the execution looked like.
Man, my back hurt. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get on this plane in a little bit.
Just watching that.
Yeah, my back hurt.
Yeah, man. It's all good. I can skateboard. It's just when it comes to doing tricks, I fall over and over and over until I get it right. And that might have been my third or fourth time falling like that, but I kept trying.
Well, give yourself credit. I mean, I ain't falling like that because I already know I can't do it.
You can't get back up. You ain't gonna get back up.
Yeah, after you get a certain age, Ocho, those legs hurt. I mean, man, I fall now. I shatter like ice. You know, if you drop ice on the kitchen floor, you see that shit, that ish go everywhere. That's exactly what's going to happen to me. I ain't taking no falls like that, Ocho. I'm good.
That's a good one. I shatter like ice.
Ocho,
yeah.
We got to get to these comments by Noah Lyles. This is what he said last year. He said, you know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. Right. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at all times, but that ain't the world. More fuel got added to the fire today when Time Magazine revealed that while he was negotiating a contract with Adidas last year, the company offered him an invite to a shoe release for Anthony Edwards. Lyles seems to take offense to the offer considering he was the world champ and Ant-Man wasn't. You want me to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who's not even been to the NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about? And you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect to the man, is an amazing athlete. He's having a heck of a year. I love that you saw insight to give him a shoe because they saw he's going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that in me?
Right. There's certain battles that you shouldn't fight. Sometimes you got to pick your battles wisely. I'm just thinking for me, you pick your battles wisely. As someone who is great at their sport, stuff like this can turn brands away. It could turn marketing opportunities away from you, even though you are a gold medal winner. As a partner with Adidas, in good faith, supporting your fellow NBA player that just won gold now, it's unfortunate. I think the hard part is, as a track runner, the market and demand for a track runner shoe, it wouldn't be as significant as a NBA basketball player who is seen globally.
You think? Let me ask you a question, Ocho.
I mean, yeah.
In the course of 5 months,
right?
How many times are people going to look at Noah Lyles' feet?
Yeah.
In the course of an NBA season, how many people are going to look at Ant-Man feet?
Shoot, every week? Every 2-3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then guess what Ant-Man can do? Ant-Man can say, hey, bro, as a solid to me, you and these athletes, hey, can you wear my shoes? What other track athletes going to wear Noah Lyles shoes? Because you see LeBron has other players in the NBA wear LeBron.
Right.
You see KD has other players wear the KD. Kobe.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out, do you know, let's just say for the sake of argument, get a little research here, Ocho. Normally when Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, when they give somebody a signature shoe, they say that base is between $5 and $15 million. Now, when they give you a shoe, he's going to want 5% of each shoe sold.
Right.
In order for them to make that kind of commitment to you, do you know how many shoes going to have to sell?
Supply and demand comes into play. Supply and demand.
They don't just look at, there's a reason why big guys don't normally get shoe deals because ain't nobody buying the shoes.
Yeah. I don't think he understands that side of it.
He's just looking at it like, I'm the world champ. Yeah. I'm the fastest man in the world. Give me a shoe.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
We could go back. We could find two guys that had shoes. Michael Johnson had a shoe. Usain Bolt had a shoe.
Yeah.
They don't still make those shoes.
No.
Why is that? Kobe hadn't played basketball in how long? Kobe's been deceased for 4 years. They still make Kobe's.
Yeah.
They still make Jordans. They're still going to make LeBrons when LeBron retire. They're still going to make KD when KD retire.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, Noah. I don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. Noah's great at what he does. He is great at marketing himself. He is great at getting brand deals. He will continue to get them is because he has a personality. He has that
but I don't believe it.
That aura, that he has that it factor it takes to be represented by brand deals. But as far as the shoe, like that's different because it's seen differently. You know, there's not enough exposure in the track space to have a shoe deal.
But let me ask you, well, hey, do like Shaq, partner with Walmart, make shoes for $20, $30 and sell a boatload of them. Do like Stephon Marbury. Right. Do like LeVar Ball.
One.
If you so hell bent on making a sneaker, go that route.
Yeah, a nice trainer would be dope. A nice waffle shoe, a nice spike, but it just they won't do it.
Ocho, think about it. Only football player. I mean, Deion is really the only football player that had a shoe. He had a cross trainer.
Yeah.
Bo Jackson had a cross
Jackson,
trainer.
Yeah. That's it. It's only those two, huh?
What the hell you wearing? Where you wearing cleats at? You wearing cleats to the mall? you going to a wedding to get a pair of cleats? How the hell I'm gonna sell that? Hey, basketball shoe.
Hey,
basketball shoe is just not for basketball. Yeah. It's a status
symbol.
Yeah,
and you can wear it anyway.
It's culture.
Yeah.
Cleats ain't no damn culture. Yeah. Track spikes ain't no culture.
Hey, them goddamn Bo Jackson's cross trainers. Remember the all white ones with the orange lining a little bit?
You know what I'm talking about? The bowls that we had the blue and gold ones. Okay. And everybody know what I'm talking about them in the late 80s. Yeah. Them Bo Jackson, the first Bo Jackson cross trainers. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Them Bo Jackson.
Hey, them Bo Jackson classic, boy.
Mike Vick.
Oh, that's right. The Mike Vick experience when he was at Atlanta.
Yeah,
them things were nice too. Them things. Oh wait,
but I just don't know if. Go ahead.
The Randy Moss didn't have a shoe, did he? He's with Jordan, though.
Yeah,
he's with Jordan. Okay.
I just don't know, Ocho, of a track athlete. They're not visible enough.
Right.
I mean, the big meets. You get two world championships and you get 2 Olympics, and that's kind of the only time that people are really talking track and field.
Right.
Where basketball, it's what they come out October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and the NBA Finals end in June. So 9 months.
And
as you said, a couple of times a week, we're gonna see what's on Ant-Man's feet.
Ant-Man,
and then
he got some dope ass. Ant-Man got some dope ass colorways, boy.
And the thing is, he gonna do something crazy. He gonna dunk on somebody. Now I want to go. You run the world record time. I don't still want to go out and buy no track spike.
Right.
And so you have to look at it from a business. Ocho, I want to say, you know what? I'm tired of getting fired, man. I want to create something on my own. Okay, I had to come out my own damn pocket.
Right.
If you're serious about it, you're going to have to come out your own pocket. You're going to have to pay producers. You're going to have to pay, editors and graphics and all that stuff, Ocho. Right. And when you go on location and shoot, that somebody got to pay for that.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you want to shoot Mr. Charles? Oh, we love Clay Sheshe. Oh, that'll cost you $10,000.
Yeah.
And then you got to put people up. What is there, Ocho?
Somewhere. Now.
How they going to get there?
Got to fly them.
And people just think like, oh, I'm popular, just give me a shoe. People, look, Adidas and Nikes and companies, they're not nonprofits. They had this thing, who was it, Chanel or Dior? They make a purse for $57 and sell it for $2,500.
Right.
Okay, don't buy the purse, or you go make a purse that you like, and there you go.
Yeah. That markup gonna be crazy.
That's the whole thing. You're supposed to make something, you're like, it doesn't cost me a lot, but then you sell. Everything is a markup.
Yeah, always.
Ocho, I was reading this saying restaurants mark up anything between 100 and 250%.
You just told me about that. Remember, not too long ago. Yeah.
Do Kyrie.
Yeah, they got to make a profit.
Yes. Yes. But Ocho, they got to be, they're not, anytime somebody gives you a boatload of money,
right,
they feel they can make more money than what they're paying you.
mm-hmm.
So if they're paying Joe Burrow $55 million, how much you think the Bengals are making on his jersey sales and ticket sales?
Boy, time, man, crazy.
Yes. Crazy. It's just hard. It's hard for a football player to sell shoes because they associate cleats with football players. They associate track spikes with track athletes. Basketball, Ocho, now it's cool to wear a suit or a tuxedo with sneakers.
They what you call you ever heard of a sneaker ball? You know how they be having sneaker balls?
Yes,
you wear tuxedo,
everybody got to wear
suit
sneakers.
And everybody wear sneakers. Yeah.
Yes. So it's just I don't know. It's a little but here's the thing.
Somebody got to talk to him and explain the business side of it. I can see where he's coming from, but if somebody sat down and explained to him the business side of it and how it might make sense to him, but it doesn't make sense to Adidas or wouldn't make sense to Nike, regardless of how popular or how on fire and hot you are right now. From a business standpoint, to them it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like Griffey, but Griffey had a cross trainer.
Hey, them Griffies was nice, boy.
I got them.
Hey, them Griffies was nice. The black with the teal, the Mariners colors. Then he had the all white with the man. Them things nice.
But Nike is not just handing out shoes,
right?
When Nike give you a signature deal, they understand the risk that they're taking.
Right.
That's why they're very particular. You know, lifetime deals. Only LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kevin Durant has lifetime sneaker deals with Nike. Kyrie had a very popular shoe. They lost their mind. He said something.
Yeah.
He tweeted, posted something. And it's like, nah, he's like, well, hell, I go somewhere else. They're going to make me creative director. I'll design my own shoe. Got a nice shoe.
Yeah.
I don't think now Noah understands. I think he's just looking at it like, I'm popular, give me a shoe. And it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Because think about the R&D, the research and development that's going to go into it. I mean, they paid you $5 to 10, 15 million. What does it cost to bring a shoe to market?
Right. I don't know. Listen, it might happen because he's making this kind of noise, though. You never know. It might happen because he's making this kind of noise.
It got to make sense. It's got to make dollars.
I know.
Him making noise. Is it going to make dollars?
Yeah. Hey,
because if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the bottom line will always be the same, no matter what.
They gave I mean, like every, like P-Rod, skate dunks. I mean, everybody, they've had, Jeff Staples with the pigeon dunks. Everybody can't sell it. Travis Scott's done amazing.
Hey, boy.
Kanye has done amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye's with Nike, blah, blah, blah. He's like, y'all don't want to do this. Oh, he goes to Adidas. He does Yeezy, box office.
Yeah.
But there have been a lot of guys that they've try to put their name, and it doesn't work.
No.
So, I mean, Asia has a shoe now. I think Angel Reese has Reebok. I saw her shoe. Yeah. Her shoe looks nice. I think they're coming out with a shoe for Caitlin Clark, right? It's going to be like, I don't think it's done yet. I think they're coming out with a shoe.
There's somebody else with Nike that has a shoe that's really dope. I think it's for women, though. It's for women. And I think it's Jordan Brand, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of who it is.
Angel Reese, Ant-Man. Noah has 1.5 million IG followers. Ant has 4+ million. Angel Reese 4 million. And Nyjah has his own skateboard shoe and has almost 6 million IG followers.
Exposure matters.
It does.
Exposure
it does.
Matters.
Because you have to have a presence, and they're on television. I mean, I'm only going to see Noah at the Olympics and the World Championships. USA's. So really 3-4 big meets a year.
And when you think about it,
it's just tough. And I get it. It's like, man, I'm doing.
There is a track market for him, though. There is a demand, if it was, but the demand that would make sense for the billionaire business or the billionaire entity that is Adidas, it doesn't make sense to them.
No.
Doesn't make sense to them.
That's what it has to make sense to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're
because
right.
they're the one that's putting up the money.
Right. You're right.
Man, you don't see my vision. You don't see my, what they say, okay, if somebody doesn't see your vision, somebody doesn't see your dreams,
Go create on your own with your own money.
Yep. So I understand. I mean, it's frustrating. Yeah. But you talk about Carl Lewis, was one of the most popular sprinters in the history. Definitely in America. Michael Johnson. Mm-hmm. Michael Johnson had a shoe. Usain had a shoe. There were a few people that had shoes, mm-hmm. but I tell you who could get a shoe? Sydney McLaughlin.
Mm-hmm.
She has it all. She has it all.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's what she has, what it takes to sell.
Yeah, and she's a safe. She's a safe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, she's safe. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about her saying nothing crazy, and safe. And she's marketable. She's marketable, and she don't even open her damn mouth. She don't even talk much.
No,
and she's marketable.
Ocho, but you know when it comes to women,
yeah,
they have to have a certain look.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
She got it.
Yeah,
she got to be able to produce. Mm-hmm. She's a prodigy. Mm-hmm. She was 15, 16 years old. Yeah. We knew about her when she was running down girls in high school. Mm-hmm. She goes to college for a year.
Goes pro.
She is the complete package. Yeah. Clean. I'm talking about nothing.
Yeah.
If you want to draw up, say, I want a woman athlete, I want a female athlete. Sydney McLaughlin.
Yeah.
It is what it is, Ocho. I wish it was something I could tell him different, but it's not.
Somebody in the chat say I should get a shoe deal. A shoe deal. Talk about a shoe called the Cap and Dunks, because I'm always lying. Hey, that was funny. That was funny. Listen, anything I say is not lies. These are all life experiences and things that I know I'm capable of doing. And you'll see. That was funny.
Yeah, so. All right, yesterday we had a conversation about comments Deion made towards a CBS reporter.
Right.
Unfortunately, we had technical difficulties and we weren't able to play the sound, and that created confusion. Mm-hmm. Let's take a listen to the sound, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
That's the end of that question, I guess. Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
CBS, Tyler, I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, Mile High
Ain't got
Sports
nothing to do
Radio.
with you. It's above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate you, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They know what they did.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
All right.
Joe Rigo, Mile High Sports.
I respect you. That's why I told you that. I'm looking you in the eye as a man. I respect you. I got love for you. But what they did was foul.
Well, what happened there, boy?
Back in July, CBSSports.com ranked Prime as one of the worst power conferences coaches in the country. Prime was ranked second worst in the conference behind Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State.
Yes, sir.
And he was ranked 61st out of coaches at the FBS level.
Yes, sir.
This is new to Time. Time since he's been playing sports,
right,
have always been the best, always been told he was the best.
Yeah.
For the first time, he's not the best. The guy that was asking the question,
right, that was a part of
he
CBS.
Didn't say that.
Right.
He just happens to work. So I guess he has a blanket for CBS in general.
What they did. Now, I have a question. Are we sure the reason that he didn't want to talk to the affiliate that was a part of CBS, are we sure the reason why is based on the rankings that were put out in July?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I don't know about that. Hey, Well, we got it. We got a new year coming up now. We got a new year coming up. So it's only one way to change that.
We can't get mad.
Yeah.
If somebody say, of all athletes that do sports podcasts, Nightcap might be the 50th best.
What? Wait,
they're not one. They're not top 10. They might be no 50.
Nah, shit. We top 3. I don't care what nobody say. They got me fucked up.
But the thing is that that's somebody's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I can what people think. We can't do anything about that. We just keep doing what we do.
Right.
Time just have to keep coaching.
Yeah. He gonna be
he can't. And he tell the guys block out the noise, drown out the noise. Time go put together a 9-3 or 10-2 season. Mm-hmm. That what they've been saying. Time has always been in the light. So he knows people have always tried to take sort of shots at it.
Yeah.
They called him selfish when he tried to help the Braves win a title. And he was also playing for the Falcons. So they've always tried to label him as such, as being selfish.
Right.
He's supremely confident. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, to play professional football, and to be the best at something, and play baseball.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear a lot of people saying that, I can play, basketball players say they can play football. You ain't heard none of them say they gonna hit that damn 100-mile-an-hour fastball in it.
No, sir.
And talking to Time, as a guy that played both, the highest you can play is MLB and NFL.
Right.
He said it ain't even close. He said there are also article 2 days ago that probably added to Prime frustration. The headline of the article, Shiloh Sanders filed bankruptcy. Colorado DB's debt stems from allegedly assaulting a security guard in 2015.
That's a chess move. You know what that is. I ain't got to explain it to you. You know what to do. That's a chess move. You know that. I ain't got to explain that one. Shoot, 50 did the same thing years ago, remember?
No, but I'm saying Time problem is that they keep bringing
it up.
They pushing it out. Yeah.
All right, man, they so green. You know how the media is. I mean, Prime should be used to it. You know how they do. They gonna keep playing with you. But it's one thing that cures all that though. Them W's in the win column. All that goes right away. Them W's in the win column. And he addressed the issues. He addressed the issues this offseason too. That's how I know. Listen, the team is gonna be different this year anyway. Once you get them meat and potatoes on that interior, offensively and defensively, okay, now we can play ball. Now we can play ball. That's where the wink link was at. It wasn't on the outside. It wasn't the quarterback position. It definitely wasn't the skill position.
Right.
The difference from Power 5 schools and everybody else is not the skill position. It's the meat.
The five that put their hand in the dirt on both sides of the ball. So your 5 offensive linemen and the ones that put their hand in the dirt on the defensive side.
Boy, listen, you talk about some hogs, Unc. But once you get them in there, baby, we can play ball now. It evens the playing field. The thing gonna be different over there. He gonna be all right. Put a few of them W's in there, man. Hit that Jameson Winston on their ass.
Eat a few dubs,
Eat a few dubs. You're gonna be straight.
I call him. What they call him? I ain't said his name wrong. Y'all call him Prime. I call him Time. He's in my phone. It's Time. I've always called him Time.
Yeah, you never say Prime.
I don't ever call him Prime. I mean, look. There are certain like certain people you have relationships with, and that you call them like I call him Time. Ray, I don't call Ray by his name. I call him
Sugar. Hey, I call Ray Sugar too. Hey,
everybody call him that.
Hey, you got a chance to meet Lorenzo Neal before?
Yeah.
Hey, boy, him and Ray at the Pro Bowl. You talk about funny. Oh my God, boy. Boy, them two, yeah. I'm talking about
most people
comedy.
Most people, like most athletes, like if you got a nickname, that's what we refer to you as.
Right.
It is. I mean, I don't know what y'all. I mean, you said it's not. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
no, I'm not. I think everybody's in the chat. I think I got a better relationship.
Hey, they don't. Do they know how long we all known each other? I'm just curious.
I guess not. I don't think so. Yeah. So everybody, I get nobody called Ray Lewis sugar until I got to Baltimore in 2000. And now damn near everybody, that's what they refer to him as. Okay, fine. I ain't calling no grown man sugar. That's fine. I ain't calling no grown man Big Daddy. That's fine too. Y'all don't have to. But y'all y'all didn't go to the record store and say, hey, give me that Kane CD. Y'all said Big Daddy Kane. You see how y'all pick and choose? Pause.
What you know about Big Daddy Kane, man? You don't know about no Big Daddy Kane, man. What you know about Kane? What you know about Cameo?
Yeah, they call what they call Allen Iverson? Bubba Chuck.
Bubba Chuck?
That's what they call
That's
it.
his nickname?
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I ain't got no problem. Whatever you want to be called. You want to be A. You want to be A. Got a homeboy A. And what you call it for the longest time, his name was Creature. That's what they called him. Had a homeboy named Frog Legs. That's what we called him.
I had a homeboy at the crib named Fish. Two Fish. Actually, Fish. But we got some crazy names, boy.
I got a homeboy in Glenville right now. I went to school with a dude, name was Honey. Everybody called. Ain't nobody ever called him his real name was Irvin. Ain't nobody called him the coaches, the teachers even called him Honey Tigner.
Honey what?
Honey Tigner. That was his name. His real name was Irvin.
Right.
Yes.
No, once
I got his brother. Frog Legs. Frog Legs is the oldest brother.
Right.
Honey is the baby boy.
Yeah.
He got another brother that's a year older than my brother. They call him Kick Five. They said, man, why they call it? I said, man, why people call you Kick Five?
Right.
He said, I kick five from an end. So everybody, man, y'all seen Kick Five? Man, I saw him up there at the store, the corner store, a little while ago. If you're from the South, and anybody that's from the South, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Got a homeboy, and he got another brother named Piggy Pat.
Piggy Pat.
Piggy Pat. Kick Five, Honey, Frog Leg, Piggy Pat. That's the four boys. Nobody called him. Hell, I couldn't even tell you Frog Leg real name. I can't tell you Piggy Pat real name. As a matter of fact, I couldn't even tell you Creature real name. Half the people, you called them that for so long.
You forget what the real name is.
I don't know what their damn real name is, man. So you don't call them that your whole life. But hey, y'all get to, but it is what it is. Check this out, Ocho.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones has clarified his recent comments regarding CeeDee Lamb and his lack of urgency to come to terms on a contract extension with the star receiver. Jerry said, I think I got in trouble the other day when I said, look, we're not urgent about CeeDee. Oh, you think? You think you got in trouble? Because if you didn't think you got in trouble, you wouldn't be addressing it right now. But anyway, well, no one appreciates CeeDee being on the field more than I do. But let me say this. He wouldn't be taking a snap out here today if he had been here. Stop it.
He know what the fuck.
So you mean to tell me if CeeDee Lamb had showed up, you was going to say, CeeDee, don't you take no snaps until we get your contract done. You see?
I think he meant as far as playing. Like he wouldn't be playing in the preseason.
No. Practicing.
Oh, practicing? Oh, okay.
Are you saying he going to be holding in?
I mean, Jamar showed up. You see, he ain't practiced yet, though.
He holding in.
But Jerry, every time, the mouth, putting him in front of the camera, it's unnecessary. You know what you're saying. You're well aware of what you're saying. Why would you even utter that, knowing you have a player that would like his money, which is well deserved, based on the numbers and the production that he's put in for your team? Why even say that? As an owner, it's not urgent, and you know he's fighting for his money.
Right.
What do you think is going through CeeDee head? Well, damn, that's how we feel. Okay, bet. I told you. I told you. Now I won't be surprised if CeeDee asks for a trade soon. Now.
Oh, Dak won't be there this afternoon. It's reported that Dak tweaked his ankle. That's why he wasn't out there. And so the bottom line is, no, there's no urgency. Now I understand completely the angst that's happening And when you're anxious about it, someone says something, you're either missed out or not. Well, CeeDee, you're missed, okay? But you're not missed out here competing, and that doesn't put any pressure any place on us. No, CeeDee, don't worry about it. You good. Let them games. Guess what? In 93, there was no urgency to get no deal done. And guess what happened? They started 0-2. I bet they paid Emmitt Smith. And they won the Super Bowl.
He did Emmitt like that?
He sure did.
Oh, so this is the ongoing thing.
Yes.
Oh man, okay. So that's just how he operates. Okay, I understand.
With certain ones.
But why you do it with the good ones? That don't make no sense.
Hey,
he did it with Dez. He did it with Dez. He did it with Zeke. So what's he trying to prove? What statement is he trying? I mean, what's the end goal? What's the end goal? What are you trying to say?
I don't want to win no more Super Bowls. I think that's what he's trying to say. Ocho, now it's time for our last segment of the day. It is Q&A. What's wrong with you, boy?
It's the way you said
it. That's what he said. He ain't trying to win no Super Bowl.
Hell no. Oh,
Jacob M said, "What up, Unc Ocho? Do you think men winning gold will lead to more confidence and better seasons for each player? Olympic nightcap for the dub." What you think, Ocho?
Wait, what was the question? Oh,
he says, "Do you think men winning gold will lead to more confidence and a better season for each player? Olympic nightcap for the dub."
I mean, I think so. I think so. The motivation will still be there regardless of winning gold or not, because when you're playing on the highest level, obviously representing your country, and you're playing at your regular job, your day job, you're playing for not only for the team you play for, but you're also playing for the name on the back of your jersey. So I think the motivation will already be there. And you're inclined to always play as well as you possibly can, you know. So I don't think it would change much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is for those guys, every guy over there, they're trying to get better.
Oh yeah,
guys want to be the face of the NBA. Guys got $300 and $200 million contracts.
Oh, you got to live up to that. You got to live up to that.
Yeah, you got 5 and 10, and you're trying to get better. There's something. Guys want to, let's see, I want to see how good I can actually be. I want to contend for championships. I want to be thought of as the best player in the NBA. Right. I'm talking about there are few. I mean, Ant-Man has already told you. Ant-Man going into everybody.
Yeah, he don't care who he is.
Jason Tatum wants to show. Jason Tatum come back like, bro, that guy that y'all saw sitting on the bench and not getting playing time and playing 2 or 3 minutes, that ain't who I am. Y'all know me. I'm JT.
Right.
3-time first team All-NBA. That's me. NBA champ. Larry Bird Award winner. That's me. I'm that JT. Not that guy that y'all saw sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
That ain't me. So absolutely the guys are gonna be motivated. LeBron wants to show, look, LeBron is going into year 22. LeBron wants to show guys I'm still at the top. I'm still at the top of the food chain. I'm still there. KD wants to say, hey, y'all know me. I'm Kevin Durant. Y'all know who I am. AD, Joel Embiid, Book. Because they look at the guys that won gold medals, and then when they came back, they still had a hunger. They still had a desire.
Yeah. Because you got
when they won the gold medal, look at Jordan came back. Kobe didn't look with Kobe. Kobe came back, tried to get it.
Yeah.
LeBron, get it.
Yeah. I mean, so the funny thing, the pressure is already on them regardless of Olympics. Yes. The pressure is already on them still.
Yes. Steph was like, y'all forgot. Did y'all forget I was still the greatest shooter? Okay, y'all forgot. Y'all talk about them first 4 games. Y'all forgot about those Steph. Okay, let me cook something up for y'all.
He would definitely cook.
I got something for you. Bonnie Qwerty, I think that's what she said her name. Much love from Maryland. Love you both. And Nightcap community. It's been great Olympic run. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed our coverage of the Olympics. Next time, hopefully, even in the World Championships in 25 in Tokyo, we'll do a better job. I think athletes seeing how we did this, I think they'll be more apt to want to come on and talk about their sport because they see the reach that we have, Ocho. And so I think we'll have even more athletes that come on and talk about their races, about other things going on. Now, I can't make no promises I'm gonna ever be able to get Sidney McLaughlin. So Lebroni. So I ain't gonna make that promise, but I ain't gonna be from lack of trying.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be for lack of trying now.
Yeah.
I mean, even she'll just come on and say, "Hey guys,"
and go off.
We gonna get something.
That's enough.
We gonna get something. Yeah, we gonna get something, Ocho. We gonna get something. Yeah. Scott Sorensen said, "What do you think of our prospects for LA Olympics in 2028 with the home field advantage?" Man, I remember how we went crazy in '84.
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
The boxing. I mean, I think we won. I think there was 12 medals, 12 weight classes. Mm-hmm. I think we won like 10 gold, a silver, and a bronze. Mm-hmm. We damn near did what the Chinese did in diving, where they swept the gold medals. In table tennis, they swept
table tennis.
I do think I think guys, obviously everybody fights harder in their own backyard. So I'm super excited. I'm going. I don't give a damn about no traffic. I'm going. I'm gonna see track and field. I'm gonna see a basketball event.
Right.
I gotta see it. I mean, that's on my bucket list. Mm-hmm. Been to a Super Bowl, been to a World Series Game 7, been to an NBA Finals game. I've been to All-Star games, Pro Bowl, right. MLB All-Star, NBA All-Star. So I've been to a lot of things. The Olympics and Wimbledon, they're on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So, okay. Can you explain why the 4x4 and the 800 meters runners start in staggered lanes and then switch to lane 1? That seems like they have to cover a little bit more ground by switching. Actually, they don't, because when they start outside, they got to cover distance. But that's why they started outside. Mm-hmm. You start outside, and so the guys on the inside, they get it. Hey, they get to go a little. But see, the 4x4 is staggered because you got lanes 1 through 8, right. And so it's based on time. Mm-hmm. So, and sometimes you get preference. I mean, I think the fastest time you get to start, like Karsten Warholm, when normally he gets the fastest time, he loves to start in lane 7.
Right.
He loves to start far out, damn near be into the curve. Mm-hmm. And so then they pass it off to the second leg. And the second leg, I think they have to go like 100 meters, maybe 150 meters before they can move over to lane 1.
You got to really go.
But
too.
That's just the way it's been set up. So I'm not so. You know what? It's funny that you say that, because like when we ran track, we never did that. We didn't do that in high school. Mm. When we got the baton in the 4x4, you jock in for a position, you look at your guy, okay, he back there, you might be in the 5th slot, and then all of a sudden he comes, you try to bump the guy, like, man, come on, bro. Hey, you see my guy in front? So you jock in for a position. But man, both 400 meters, look, the women's weren't contested. I wish it was a little bit more contested, because I think they could have got the world record. I mean, Sid ran what, 47.71 with no push. Mm-hmm. What does she run if she's pushed? If she's pushed like Rob Benjamin, what does she run?
Ain't no telling.
She might go for sub 47, which is crazy that I'm even saying that. Yeah. I mean, at least she's going low 47. Yep. To think of a woman that can go sub 47, mm-hmm. But she's going low 47 with push. You don't know what a person can do until they're pushed. Nobody thought they could run that fast until Usain Bolt got pushed the first 50 meters.
And the funny thing is, he had to catch the fuck up. Mm-hmm. When you think about it.
So, hey, Stephen Bass 314 said, Unc, you're really a true Black role model. Much love from one of your biggest fans. Question: have you ever had a friend that was close to you as Bucket Burns that ended up falling out with? Yeah. It happens. Move on. It happens. It's life. I mean,
unfortunate.
It is. But it's not the end of the world, Ocho. I didn't come in the world with anybody. I'm gonna leave out of it by myself.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate because when you close someone and you've been to their home, they've been in yours, and you've exchanged stories.
Your families know each other.
Yeah. But you know what, Ocho? Things happen.
Yeah.
I'm not the first. I won't be the last. I mean, there are people that have been, they've been close with 30, 40 years. But it's all good. I don't think about the friends that I don't have anymore. I just worry about the friends that I do have.
Yes, sir.
So Bucket Burns, guys that I'm cool with now, I'm good. It happens, but it's not the end of the world. Ocho,
yeah.
This concludes our Olympic. So this is our closing ceremony. We're going to put a button on this, put this in a nice bow.
Yep.
Huh? Oh, yeah, unless we get Sydney. Now, we get Sydney McLaughlin.
We coming back.
Yeah,
we coming back. A special
she'll be part of the NFL season if we get Sydney. She can interrupt any of the normal scheduling programming on Nightcap. Sid, she absolutely can. Guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, the route runner extraordinaire, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the legendary Pro Bowler, All-Pro.
Still wearing the same outfit from yesterday.
College. Yeah, you are. Showed up with that outfit on the day. The Liberty City's own, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And guys, do us a favor. Make sure you go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Every subscriber matter. You matter. Thank you for your support. Please make sure you go check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock, and we'll get it to you pronto. Please make sure you go follow my media company page on all platforms. That's Shea Media, and my clothing company. That's 84 with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. We want to thank our very special interview tonight with Nyjah Huston, the street skateboarder, shared some insight from his stories of being in Paris, losing out on the gold medal, winning the bronze, but hey, he felt he was in position to win the gold and should have won it. Played, dealt with some things mentally that he was able to shake off, or he's shaking off. So we thank you, Nyjah, for coming on. We greatly appreciate that. The U.S. women make it 8 straight, narrowly escaping France on home soil, 67-66. They win the gold medal. Gabby Williams heave at the buzzer, was banked in, but her foot was on the line. And so instead of going into overtime, they lose 67-66. And the U.S. capture its 61st consecutive Olympic win with 8 straight gold medals. Diana Taurasi, DT, now has 6 gold medals. So thank you for joining us for Nightcap. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. See y'all soon.